I've learned that people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. This is one of my favorite quotes by Maya Angelou. Welcome to JA Atelier, a place where intentional design meets mindful living. I'm Gigi Askar, and I'm here with you on this journey to explore how intentional design can shape the way we live and feel, and how to transform our living spaces into sanctuaries that reflect our unique story, personality, style, and lifestyle, and elevate our everyday experiences. Step into my atelier and let's intentionally design together. So last week we explored the idea of your ideal day at home. That episode was all about envisioning your ideal home and how it looks and how it feels, starting with the experience you want to have rather than just the things you might want to buy or change, and just walked you through an entire day at home. So this week I want to go even deeper in that concept. I want to explore the emotional experience of being in a space. So this quote by Maya Angelou, I'll repeat it again because it's so good. I've learned that people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. It just resonates with me so much because I do feel it's true for human relationships, how you interact with people. But I also think it applies just as powerfully to homes and just spaces in general, because our environment affects us on a physical level and a psychological level. We design our spaces, and in turn, they can shape how we move throughout the day, throughout that space, how we interact and experience that space. They send subtle cues. They can reinforce a habit or even a belief. They reflect us and our stories about us and our history. So spaces are not just a static place of a collection of items and furniture. They make you feel something. They leave an impression. Think about it. When you walk into a home or a boutique, a restaurant or a hotel, you might not remember what the furniture was and all the details or the paint color, the lighting, but you remember the feeling. We often chase the right color, the perfect layout, maybe a design trend, but at the end, what we're really after is a feeling, a specific feeling that you want to have while you're in the space, but also when you leave it. How does it make you feel after you leave that space? And that feeling is what lingers. So it's important to pay attention to the way a space makes you feel instantly when you walk in, and also how it stays with you after you leave it. This gives you a deeper clue of not only what you like and don't like, but what feelings you're after, what feelings you desire. And this is why design, when done intentionally, isn't just about the appearances. It's about the atmosphere, the ambiance. It's how you experience the entire space. You feel it as a whole. It's why we might remember that feeling more than the furniture or finishes and details, like I said. The items just support that feeling and add to that ambiance, but it's the entire atmosphere that we remember. And this is why, whether I'm designing my own spaces or when I work with clients, this is where I like to start. We don't start with just what needs to be fixed, maybe in terms of functionality or how to style the space to be aesthetically beautiful. But I like to ask first, how do you want to feel in that space? And sometimes I get an answer right away. Sometimes it's taking a while because they're not used to thinking of the space from that lens. Even for me, I started thinking that way, and it takes a while to practice that and just focus on that a little bit more, or at least as much as the functionality and the aesthetic side of it. And this is what guides the design ultimately, that feeling that we're after. It's the foundation for me of why we intentionally design in the first place. It shapes not just our surroundings, but also us in a way. Because feeling a certain way is ultimately what we're after. If we like or dislike a certain space, it's simply because of how it makes us feel. I mean, think about it. If it doesn't function properly, you might feel frustrated or overwhelmed. If it doesn't look good to you, you might feel uninspired, maybe disconnected. It's rarely just about the aesthetics or the function in isolation. It's about how the two come together to create that feeling. And how do you like that feeling ultimately? Do you like how you feel in that space? So if a space in your home feels unfinished or maybe off, but you're not sure what's missing or where to start, the Atelier Design Hour will give you that clarity and that guidance with that space to be able to move forward. In just 1 hour, we'll assess what's working, what's not, identify how, of course, you want to feel, and what can we do about that space. You'll walk away with a refined vision, a specific design direction, so you can create a space that looks and feels more like you, more like the way you want to feel. You can reserve your session through the link in the show notes if you're interested in that. I hope this episode inspired you to focus more on how a space makes you feel and take inspiration from that feeling. Thank you for joining my atelier. If you love this episode, please follow the podcast. It really helps other people discover it, and I'll see you in the next episode.